The rifle came without any sling mounting points, and I actually bought these separately. These are QD sling swivels that screw into the stock, and I actually had to attach those myself. I don't know if all Rugers come like that or not, but certainly this one didn't. So just bear that in mind, that you might have to attach a QD sling mounting point. I've sat the mounting point on the front slightly back from the barrel band so I can attach a bipod to this rifle for zeroing if I want to. If I had it right up against that barrel band, my Harris bipod, my bench rest Harris bipod won't fit. The rifle also comes with, and this is a UK version of it, it comes with a 1/2 inch UNF thread at the muzzle to take a sound moderator. I'm almost certain that the Ruger 1022 in other parts of the world, like the United States, just come with a plain muzzle. But because sound moderators are very common in the UK, they're a very common hunting accessory, your Ruger 1022 will come with a 1/2 inch UNF thread to attach a sound moderator. That is if you're in the UK. Bear in mind that the sound moderator, if you're in the UK, just don't go and buy a sound moderator for an air rifle and then stick it on your rimfire. You have to get a variation to fit this, a variation on your firearm certificate. If you're in the United States, I think you have to pay a $200 tax or something like that. Not terribly sure about that, but you can equip your Ruger with a sound moderator. This rifle likes to feed all sorts of ammunition: subsonic ammunition, high velocity ammunition, and hypervelocity. Subsonic ammunition does cycle this action, and I don't have a problem with it failing to eject or failing to feed the new round. But it will not cycle low power rounds like the CB long or the CB short by CCI. The best rounds that I've found in this rifle are the awesome and legendary .22 Stinger by CCI, also the Remington Yellow Jacket, and also the Remington Subsonic. I've also shot CCI mini mags, American Eagles. I had a problem with American Eagle solids. They seem to stovepipe a lot. I don't know why that was. It was the only round that I've really found that isn't reliable in this rifle. It may be different. It may just be this rifle that's the problem. I've also shot CCI Subsonics, Winchester Subsonics, Federal Game Load. I've shot a lot of different types of ammunition, but my favourites are Stingers, Yellow Jackets, and Remington Subsonics. So that's the basic overview of the rifle. The Ruger 1022 is an excellent choice of rifle in the UK for small game hunting and pest control. It's probably the most versatile .22 rifle on the market. Now, why do I say that? Well, if you buy an Anschutz or a Remington semi-auto or a CZ bolt action 22, now pretty much you're stuck with what you've got. You can't really modify them in any way to suit the purpose that you're doing. So with a Ruger 1022, those of you who will know about this rifle will know that there are so many modifications out there that you can do. You can upgrade the stock, you can change out the barrel, you can change out the barrel without a gunsmith. You don't need a gunsmith to help you with that one. It's just 2 Allen screws and you undo them and the barrel comes off. You can get replacement trigger units, you can get replacement bolts, sort of match grade bolts, you can extend the bolt handle, you can get a whole load of different rails for for the front. Like I said, you can change out the stock. The other really nice thing about the Ruger is most semi-auto rifles and bolt action rifles are limited to 5 or 10 round magazines, but the Ruger can use a whole load of different feeding mechanisms, like this Butler Creek 25 round banana mag. It's a really useful magazine to use when you're shooting a lot of rounds during pest control, especially when you're lamping from a vehicle at night, and I'll come on to that in a minute. But you can get different magazines for this rifle of different capacities. I think there's even a 50 round magazine that you can get. There's a lot of different brands of magazine. You've got Butler Creek magazines. You've also got these Eagle magazines. I don't think these are actually made anymore. Those have plastic feed lips. They're okay, but I've had a few jams with them. But the Butler Creek magazines, this is the Hot Lips version with the plastic feed lips, has been a very reliable magazine in the Ruger 22 for myself. You can get steel lip versions of this magazine, which I suspect will last a hell of a lot longer than the plastic lipped magazines. These plastic lips are starting to go on this magazine, and it will probably start to become unreliable and fail pretty soon. But as it goes, it's pretty reliable at the moment. There's also a new magazine on the market here in the UK called Tactical Innovations. They do an adjustable magazine that comes in either aluminium or polymer. It looks like an absolutely fantastic magazine. It looks very similar to the Butler Creek ones, it's not clear plastic. So you can use a whole load of different feeding mechanisms. You can either use the 10 round rotary or the many different box magazines that are on the market. I use this rifle as my primary pest control and small game rifle. A lot of other guys spend thousands of pounds turning these into high-end target race guns, which, if you want to do that, that's cool. The nice thing about this rifle is that you can start out with a standard rifle like this and completely upgrade it into a high-end target rifle. But this is my small game pest control rifle. This rifle has so many advantages over a bolt action rifle. Because it's semi-automatic, you never need to touch the action to cycle the bolt for your next round. With a bolt action rifle you do, which means you can make very, very fast follow-up shots on game, and you can also target two individual animals very quickly after each other. You can shoot one, and by the time the second animal's understood what's happened to the first, it's already twitching on the ground. You can fire it that fast. Because it's semi-automatic, you don't have to remove your hand from the front grip to cycle the bolt action, because when you do that you'll lose your sight picture, whereas with the semi-auto design you can keep your sight picture, and there's very little recoil off this rifle, so you can make very, very fast follow-up shots.